Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. From wherever you're watching the world, this is Mike with the Suncoast Local Business Spotlight. Today we are in Englewood and in Florida. Actually, we are in one of the best of Florida as nominated by a whole bunch of people in the area as well as everywhere in Florida. We are at Dearborn Coffee Shop and Bakery, which is not Joe Max. So we
Correct.
have we have our current owners, co-owners, workers. I heard that there's a real estate transaction that happened, and you got some human labor involved. So I want to tell us about how you got John in your real estate transaction. And this is Chris. So Chris, will start it off. Tell us who you are, how you got this business, and then we'll hand it off to your partner.
I about 4 years ago I started looking for a coffee shop to buy, and stumbled upon this one and came to check out Dearborn Street. At that time, it was Joe Max, and so as soon as I turned onto Dearborn Street, I knew it was the area that I had been looking for several years,
Nice.
and yeah, it turned out to be a great business, and John came with the business, thank God, and we haven't killed each other yet. But he's our manager and has done a phenomenal job with me, and we work well together, thank goodness. And yeah, I don't know what this place would have been if John had not stuck around.
So just hand it over to hand the mic over to John and
Hi.
to introduce yourself. Then the history of how you got into coffee and how did you get here and where are you now? So how many years ago did you start?
Oh,
Actually, when did the original Joe Max start, and when did you get involved with Joe Max?
well, my name is John Watson. I'm the manager here at the Dearborn Coffeehouse and Bakery. I've been in the industry almost 20 years now.
Okay.
I started when I was about 17 years old. I got into Starbucks, and that's how a lot of people get their start in coffee. Is just you work your way through Starbucks, and then after that, I was interested in furthering my career and found loads of independent coffee shops around the state and learned as much as I could from everybody that I could. And then Joe Max had started around 2012 originally
Okay.
up in Northeast Ohio.
Okay. Cool.
And
Nice.
so the original owners opened shops where they kind of like to hang out. So they opened up one here. There were a couple in Colorado. We had a couple in Las Vegas, and the vast majority were in Ohio. And so for this location specific, when I was on my coffee journey, and this place needed new management, and so I came in here, and we kind of just changed everything, made everything up to what it should be, industry standards. And we elevated the not just the coffee, but the baking and everything. And that was pre Chris coming in. And then as soon as Chris came in, oh my gosh, it was like a dream come true. We were able to make all of what we were envisioning in our head physical. So we scratch baking everything. We got our wonderful new espresso machine, our Astoria or Athena Leva 3 group head, which is just like an amazing machine. It's one of the best in the world. But I mean, with all of that, we were able to, take what Joe Max was and build it into the Dearborn
Okay.
Coffeehouse and Bakery, because there, it was a lot of, ideas from both sides, and we
Nice.
just synthesized them into something that was real and awesome.
Do you have the date when you took over?
May 17th. May 17th,
Okay. So right,
2021.
around Mother's Day.
Oh
Over
yeah,
there. That's
yeah.
a good. Did you do a re-grand opening or rebranding?
We didn't specifically do a re opening. About a year later, we had a 1 year anniversary where we did a ribbon cutting with the Englewood Chamber of Commerce. And then in 2023 is when we changed the name from Joe Max officially to the Dearborn Coffee House and Bakery, because we wanted to embrace Englewood. as much as Englewood has embraced us, we wanted to return and have more of an Englewood presence as opposed to a coffee shop based out of Northeast Ohio that actually no longer existed anywhere.
Okay. So how did you get to be? I know you got best local all day long. How did you get best of Florida? How does that happen?
We were nominated, and we just somehow we work hard. It's not like we rest on our laurels. Every month we come up with new drinks, and we provide what we feel is the best coffee in anywhere. I've gone to several places in not just Florida but around the states, and I haven't found really anything that compares to the quality that we provide and the service that we provide. We feel that we're one of the best in the game regarding our customer service.
How much bean inventory do you have? I see when I walk in, there's about 20 different bags from all the countries around the world. So how many do you typically stock? Does it get rotated to different countries, or do you have a regular?
Yeah, we have generally we have a regular set once a week. Every day we have a different varietal brew that we do, a different dark roast or a different flavored roast. We do a flavored and dark every day, and then we have our house and decaf every day. But we keep that the same because a lot of our customers they're in a routine, and so they know that Monday's organic Peru or Jamaican Me Crazy, Tuesday Guatemalan Irish Cream, but they can come any day and they know exactly what they're going to get, and it's going to be consistent every single time. And that's the goal, is keeping consistent drinks. And that, oh man, it's going to be a farmer's market day. I get to get my coconut cream. Awesome. I get my Costa Rican. That's good. And it's just these little things that it helps our community out, because we've got a lot of people that are here every single day and they want to try new things, and we try to help them out, give them new things to try out too.
Have you branded anything specific where it's a Dearborn brand?
Oh, I mean, all of our house blend, not just our coffee, but our drinks, our pastries, everything is from our minds. I mean, all of this stuff, you try to get influence from elsewhere, but really at the end, it's what you can make with your own hands, and that's the flavor that comes out.
Okay. Based on your menu, how many just coffee? How many coffee menus are on that big 50-inch TV screen?
Like, how many could we make
Well,
out of all of
I know you have, like,
those?
is there a menu item like 1 through 50 of how many coffees that are offered, or is it basically 10 different flavors and different ways to make it? I see you have espresso.
Well, there's probably
you have
about
blended, iced.
20 flavors.
Okay, so 20.
And then if you imagine that you can do an iced latte, hot latte, there's 3 versions of every drink.
Yes, it's unlimited combinations.
And then you can make, with one iced latte, you can have it 100 different ways. And it's really up to you at the end. But for what we do, our specialty pours, and we come up with new drinks all the time. We come like our hot honey lattes and stuff. But
that sounds therapeutic.
oh yeah, but that's the thing is, all of it comes from our just what we think of and what meshes well together. And working with coffee, as long as you do, you kind of know inherently what's going to work and what's not going to work. And so you try the things that work and then experiment on the things that don't work and try to make them into something that can, because who thought spicy lattes were going to be a thing? And now we're seeing turmeric in lattes.
Yeah, trying to get the health benefits.
But also it's for a more savory flavor. People are looking less at wanting sweet things. They want to taste more of the coffee, but even outside of that, they want to start tasting things that are unique. They want to have more umami, more savory flavors in their coffee. And this is the what we're seeing change over years and years and years, is people want less of a dessert drink.
Right.
There's always those people who want a dessert drink, but there's always people who are, what's the new thing I can get? What's the next thing that's going to blow my mind? And we try to think of that all the time, keep that in the back of our heads.
So I'm glad you got people that actually enjoy coffee for what it is, not dump a bunch of sugar, creamers, and flavor to make it taste like anything but coffee.
Oh yeah, this definitely is a place for coffee lovers. If you're looking for a Dunkin' drink, go to Dunkin' Donuts. If you want to come here, you want to get the best that you can get, because we're the best of Florida, and yeah, I mean, everything about it is to accentuate the coffee. It's to make it so that those beans sparkle along with the flavors, along with the milk. You know, it's that each ingredient works on its own to help lift up the whole drink. So,
Okay, now the other part of the name is End Bakery. So let's see what we have here. We have
oh yeah,
So
one
we've
of
got
these
a
things.
cinnamon roll, chocolate croissant
oh yeah,
over here,
yeah. And then we've got our famous.
our blueberry muffin, along with a cranberry lemon scone,
oh yeah,
and
delicious little.
our flag cookie.
Yeah, we
Since
make-
it's got Flag Day coming up, we usually do cookies for holidays or just in general, and then we have a cookie decorating party
That sounds
class once a about once a month. We usually hold that, so that's always fun.
Okay, another big question that people are going to ask, like, where do you buy them from? Where do they get delivered? I know this isn't Cisco, so tell us where you're getting them. I know it's pretty much from the pans that are under here.
We have two bakers that come in every morning, and they bake all of this. And these recipes come from years of research, what we've done, to build out these, because a lot of places they just do a scoop from Pillsbury and then
Right. See that.
good to go, or you go to Walmart and buy them, repackage them. But we have dedicated people that they don't touch the coffee. They're just touching the pastries.
It's a
Like
pastry
that's
only.
their job, is to ensure that these are the best of Florida. That's the goal. Everything that leaves here has to be tip top shape.
I want you to talk about the muffins. I know I've had several. I like the cinnamon crunch ones. That
Oh,
you
the
have.
apple cider donut
Apple cider
muffin.
donuts. I've seen apple
Yeah,
cider.
yeah.
Is the cupcake craze over? Because I know a lot of people had a cupcake opportunity. That was like the big thing, and then it went to donuts. So is this, you consider the muffins to be more of a fad, or is this just kind of a staple?
Oh no, staple, definitely. Cupcakes. I mean, they're all the time. I mean, we do some crazy ones that are like a what is the Irish car bomb cupcake that
Irish
we
car
bomb. That sounds
yeah, and it's like a Guinness cupcake, and we have a Jameson ganache in the middle, and
Oh,
then
that
a
sounds
Bailey's
amazing.
Irish cream on top. And it's just like, we do that for St. Patty's Day, and then oh my gosh.
We'll do a feature of like our drinks. Like we have a black and tan,
Oh yeah.
which is a popular drink of ours, which is a chocolate cupcake with a peanut butter buttercream. So that's
sounds
like our black and tan drink that we feature, and we do it as cupcakes. We are in the process of changing things out, and we're about to start introducing cupcakes a little bit more and have them in here a little bit more regularly.
So you do almost like a pairing and a happening to say, hey, we're doing a cupcakes and coffee that matches, or at least is complimentary. similar to
Complimentary.
Like can you set that up like a wine list where it
Almost,
says buy
but-
this, get this?
Well, one thing that we have been doing recently is we have our our sweet rolls, our cinnamon rolls, but we do a variation where sometimes we'll do a salted caramel and coconut roll, which is our Kiki Aloha drink, salted caramel and coconut. But then we also have it as a roll too, and I mean that thing, oh, it's just amazing. But we try to pair our pastries so that if you want something to drink with it, you're going to have something you can pick up quick.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm.
Do you have a specific menu item you have for your bakeries? Do you have any other specialty items that you have on the rack available? I saw you had muffins and everything here. What else do you have? What else do you either plan in the future besides those specialty cupcakes?
We've also got our savory rolls, which are a take on our cinnamon rolls. And I think people come down here to look specifically, sometimes looking to see what the different savory roll is every day, because every day we have a different roll. Today we had a hot honey and pepperoni roll.
Now, how does that work?
It's like
What is it more like? Is it more of like a circle?
It's more like a cinnamon roll. We
Okay.
take our cinnamon roll dough. We remove some of the sugar and we'll add a little bit more flavor. So if we're gonna do a buffalo chicken one, we'll add a buffalo chicken
wow.
seasoning to the dough, and then the inside then has buffalo sauce, ranch dressing, buffalo chicken, and usually like a little cheddar cheese in there as well.
So you're just like running that fine line between almost being an Italian lunch item.
Oh yeah,
That's
no.
like right
People
on that
come in for
line.
lunch for those things. They bring them home for breakfast. They'll bring them home for the next day. We had a couple in today, and they ate inside, and then they came back and they ordered 4 more savory rolls to have for tomorrow morning for breakfast.
Okay, I know it came one day and there was chicken available. So what do you actually have a dedicated lunch menu, or is that just
Oh
get
yeah.
lucky?
Oh yeah. Like
So
our
let's talk
chicken
about
salad.
so you have coffee, we have bakery, and you also have legitimate lunch
Oh
food.
yeah. Well, we
So
stay
or
open till
sandwiches.
3, so we want to make sure that we can take care of everybody. But yeah, I mean, we bake sourdough bread every day so that we can have
Oh wow,
like lunch
okay.
sandwiches on sourdough and things like that. And I mean, man, the chicken salad that we make here is
That
my
was really
family
good.
recipe. So I mean, I'm quite partial to it myself. But chicken salad with some bacon
That's
on
good.
sourdough. That's pretty good lunch right there. And I mean, you compare, and we have teas and stuff. It's not just
Oh, also
coffees
too.
here. We
Okay.
have tea, just like regular black iced tea, but we do chais, matchas, that kind of thing. So it's a lot of variety that you can get. And you're not just expecting, you expect to walk into a coffee shop and it's just breakfast only. But when you're here, you can get lunch, and I mean, you can bring home something for dinner too, probably.
So
Grab a
what
savory
time? What are
roll.
your hours? What time do you open?
We open at 7 a.m. and we close at 3 p.m.
Is that a hard 3, or you let people sit here if they're still having their coffee at quarter to?
It depends. It depends on whether or not we got an interview that day. But no, I mean, we're pretty easygoing when it comes to having people stay. Sometimes on Fridays or Saturdays, we'll do late evening events, and so we'll do like a karaoke
Oh,
night,
that sounds
or
fun.
I teach a latte art class once a month, and oh yeah, and then the fourth Tuesday of every month, we host what is called Discover Dearborn, and that is where the shops on the street stay open from 4 to 7 p.m. And it gives opportunity for visibility for all the shops on Dearborn. But we headed that 2.5 years ago, and it's
Nice.
been going consistently ever since.
I'm glad you
So
got to be the facilitator. Can you expand on your events? So let's go to regular events. Now, first one, you have a Friday, you have a karaoke. You also have like an open mic, like a typical coffee shop where people can do
no,
readings or comedy.
ours is really just karaoke.
Okay.
In the future, it'd be nice to like move towards that, but for now, I mean, it's a good excuse for me to go up and sing. So
Nice.
I get, we bust out a huge PA system, and it's no judgment karaoke, so you can come and sing whatever you want, as good or as bad as you want, and everybody's gonna love it. That's the fun thing about here, is that we're always very positive about whatever anybody does.
Okay.
So the sillier, the better.
Because that's the fun stuff. Let's talk about. I see you have art classes specifically for latte art. So let's
Yeah.
expand on that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, my latte art classes are a 2 hour intensive, where it's an hour on the history, science, and just the technicalities of coffee. And then the second hour is a lab where you come back behind the bar and we make lattes together until you get the latte art down.
Okay. Now, are people intentionally messing it up so they get extra coffee?
Well, at 6 o'clock at night, if they're drinking that much espresso, they're gonna have a rough one afterwards. So I hope not. But I mean, you're generally, I mean, you'll taste probably about 4 or 5 shots while you're here. So I mean, that's the goal, is to give people a baseline so that they can understand what they're tasting, and then when they make a drink, they'll know how that milk is interacting with the coffee, with the espresso, and just how they can most efficiently maximize their latte art in the time that they have, because it's a lot. And one day you'll take it, and you'll see that it's a lot, from the dialing in process to the brewing process. And before you can even make a latte, you have to make sure the espresso comes out right, and that's the biggest issue.
Yeah, that's another.
Oh yeah, and that's the first half of the class. It's just making sure the espresso comes
Like I
out
might want
right.
to cheat on this one. Can alternative milks be done with latte arts, like your
Yeah.
almond milk, soy
Yes.
milk?
Yes.
That'll work.
Yes.
So it's the
1,000%.
same?
Oh yeah. And weirdly enough, they're hotter in temperature than normal milk.
How's that work?
Just the nature of non-dairy milks versus milk, like cow milk. They just steam at a higher temp than cow milk. So when you try to get lattes out of them, they'll always be a little hotter.
Do you need any artistic talent to make the cute little symbols and trees and it's a bear, like those kind of things?
If you can do the motion of stitching, then you can make latte art. Simple as that. If you can practice that motion while doing it, and I mean, you have a pitcher in your hand while you're doing it, so that's the difference. But if you can get that motion of that, then you can do latte art. Easy as that.
So, Chris, anything else you want to tell our listening audience about your store or your experience here so far?
I think we're just really happy to be part of this community, and we do everything. Anytime anyone asks us to do anything, we're usually first in line to show up and be there to help out. We have fundraisers. We have this month. We've got 2 drinks specifically to raise funds for local charities. Our Discover Dearborn this month will be to help with a local charity. So we're usually giving back to anyone who kind of needs it in the community.
Sounds good. So you want to tell us how we get in touch with this place? So give us the exact website address, your address, and phone number.
Well, physically, we're at 450 West Dearborn Street, Englewood, Florida 34223. Stop here. And then if you got to call us by phone, it's 941-681-8044. And you might encounter an automated message that sounds like me. So just leave your name and message, and I will probably contact you back. And then you can always email us at the Dearborn Coffeehouse and Bakery.com or at gmail.com.
Okay, sounds good. So give us one piece of genius and we'll end our episode.
Oh, one piece of genius.
Whether that be business, personal, coffee.
The best cup of coffee is the one you can share with friends.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
That's the best cup of coffee you can have.
Okay, appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
See you again. Thank you.